All right, welcome back to the drive-thru for a special, unprecedented third version of the drive-thru. Ate too much? Tired? Stop by the deli. Get yourself a nap. All right, this is number 14 from 3-8. Not a proof. We've got this triangle here, ABC. It tells us that AB is 4x plus 48. It tells us that BC is 8 minus x. And then it also tells us that measure of angle A, so angle A, is bigger than angle C. Then it says, find the restrictions for the value of x. Well, since angle A is the bigger of the two angles, then which is the bigger of the two segments? Class? BC is the bigger. If this is the bigger angle, then that is the bigger side. Okay? That's an important fact that we learned a couple sections ago. So, I can say that BC is bigger than AB, but that's not what it's asking for. It's asking for the restrictions on x. So I can say 8 minus x is bigger than 4x plus 48. Okay? Let's see. Add x to both sides, and you get 5x plus 48 on that side, and you just are left with an 8 on that side. Okay? Subtract 48 from both sides, and you get 5x, is less than negative 40. Divide each side by 5. So you get x is less than negative 8. Alright, so that's one of our restrictions on x. Now, the other thing that we know is that, well, actually there's two other things that we know. Let's investigate. 8 minus x is bigger than 0. Okay? Because it has to be positive to represent a side. So for that one, you'd add x to both sides, and you get x is less than 8, right? No, x is greater than 8. What the heck just happened? Add x. All right, let me just, I'll just pause. We'll keep going. Let's see if I can learn more as we go. Finally, you'll get 4x plus 48 has to be bigger than 0. So 4x is bigger than negative 48. So x is bigger than negative 8. X is bigger. So we've got, x is bigger than negative 12. Thank you. All right, so we've got x is bigger than 8. But x, let's see, 8 minus x is bigger than 0. X is less than 8. X is also greater than negative 12, and x is less than negative 8. Okay, I get it now. Okay? We've got three things that qualify x. But if you think about it, we have x is less than negative 8. That has to be true. X is less than positive 8. That has to be true. And x is greater than negative 12. All of those things have to be true. We've got to think about what numbers satisfy all three of those requirements. Well, let me tell you this. One of those two is unnecessary. X is less than 8 is unnecessary. If x is less than negative 8, then of course x is less than 8. Does that make sense? So it's not like this one doesn't matter, it's just that we don't need to say it. So what we can do is write this as x is bigger than negative 12 and less than negative 8. Now, anytime I do a problem like this, and you could sense, I'm not really sure that I'm right. Do you get that? So I better check my answer. I'm going to check one over on this side of the number line, and I hope it doesn't work. I'm going to check one over on this side of the number line, and I hope it doesn't work. And then I'm going to check one in this middle and hope it does work, okay? So let's try negative 20. What's 8 minus negative 20? That's 28. What's negative, let's see, now be careful, that's a negative 80 plus 48. That's going to be negative, that won't work. Negative 20 won't work. Good, we didn't want it to. Okay? Let's test 0. That's an easy one to test. If you put in a 0, you get an 8 here. You get a 48 here. That seems like that would work. But that doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Excellent, Zach. We need BC to be bigger. So 0 doesn't work for x. So now let's try a negative 10, something right there in the middle. 8 minus a negative 10? 18. Negative 40 plus 48? 8. That works, doesn't it? There's our answer. Dang you, algebra.